Hello, welcome back to my page. I'm Chef Luis Cortez, and today we're going to do a surf and turf for Valentine's Day. So today I have a filet that's wrapped in bacon. I have some scallops. We have some smashed potatoes. We have some asparagus, and then I have some cream. This is really half and half, and some saffron. I got some herbs here, some thyme and some rosemary chopped up, some garlic, and then some whole garlic. So today we're gonna do the bacon wrap filet mignon with crusted with some blue cheese. Scallops is gonna be the seafood element of it. We're gonna sear that off, and that's gonna be our seafood. Then that's gonna get saffron cream sauce, and this is gonna be crusted with the blue cheese. So we're gonna do some crispy potatoes, marble potatoes, and our vegetable is gonna be some asparagus. So let's begin. So we're gonna start with our filet. Put some oil, not too much. And we're gonna season this a little bit. Some salt and some pepper. That's really it. So if you notice, I put a little toothpick in here to hold the bacon in place so it doesn't move out of place. So put our filet in there, make sure that our pan is hot, and we keep that cooking. That's gonna probably cook off for about, let's say, from 5 to 7 minutes on each side on a medium high heat. The good thing here to do is not move a lot your steaks, not manipulate them too much. You want to turn them over at a certain time, but not too soon or not too late. You want them to have the right color and seared on each side the right way. Take a look. See it? That's good. Sear it a little bit on the other side also. So I'm going to add a little bit of 2 sprigs of some rosemary, and the same, about 2 sprigs of some thyme to make it a little aromatic. We're gonna put a little bit of a few whole garlic pieces in there, so like that, it can that oil can get a little bit aromatic in there and flavor a little bit our steak. I have a skillet here, and skillet is good to cook meats because it holds a lot of temperature, a lot of heat to it, and it maintains the heat. Then you want to get the sides, toast up the bacon a little bit, make that bacon crispy. So like that, it's not just bland and soft. Usually everybody likes some crispy bacon. So that bacon is going to be crispy. It's going to give it a little bit of saltiness and a little crunch to it. So we keep cooking our steak off. And what we're going to do is add a little bit of butter for flavor and brownness. Season up my scallops. Scallops I'm going to put in the pan. And I'm just going to drop them right in the same pan here because I got enough space. And it's going to be, we're going to consume them, both of them, at on the same plate. So it really doesn't matter if I cook both proteins in one pan. You usually don't. One protein, the steak, and then we'll cook off the seafood in another dish to not cross-contaminate, but it's going to be for the same dish, so it doesn't matter. So we want to get a medium rare. So we got our steak and our scallops already cooked off. So now we're going to start with our potatoes. Some oil, some butter. We add the butter so that you add the oil so the butter doesn't burn. It avoids to burn. Heat up. Now we start putting our potatoes in there so they can cook off. Until they're crispy. So we're gonna add a little bit of herbs here and some salt and pepper. So what I did with these potatoes, I cooked them for a few minutes in some water with some salt, boiled them off, didn't completely cook them, cooked them about 70% of the way, so like that I can smash them and have them tender but not just overcooked, not just mush. And so now it allows me to give them a little crispness to it. It gets a little crispy because it has the moisture in it, and then the oil and the butter is going to evaporate some of that moisture and make it crispy. So you can already see that they're starting to get crispy now. You got to play a little bit with the temperature. Make sure that they're getting crispy and not burned. Just going to add a touch more of oil. You can use any oil you like. I'm using some avocado oil. It's a little healthier, but you can use any oil you like. You can use corn oil, some vegetable oil, whichever is your favorite. But usually the oils that are probably a little more healthier, the avocado oils. Coconut oil, but I don't use coconut oil with this because it changes the flavor. So since I turned them, season them on this side. A little more herbs. So right here, I'm gonna just throw a few slices of garlic in this part. Because I don't want the garlic to burn, so I left it for last. I just want the garlic to be aromatic and flavorful part of my dish. So let me turn this on again. So this garlic, I sliced it thin so you can see the pieces and it can cook really quickly. But you don't want to burn garlic because garlic, once you burn it, it tends to be bitter. So I'm going to put this on a napkin. So it absorbs a lot of that oil. So now we're going to cook off our asparagus. Just saute our asparagus a little bit. There, you can put a little bit of those herbs in there too. And towards the end of the cooking, we can probably put a little bit of that garlic in there too. Give it a little bit of flavor. So I think we're at the end. The asparagus cooks fairly quickly. It probably takes about 5 minutes. And you want the asparagus to be a little bit of crispy. You don't want it to be overcooked. As you can see, the garlic has browned, but it's not burned. So it gives it some good flavor. So now we're going to start with our sauce. We'll put a little bit of the cream. We'll put what's left of our garlic. Give it some of that aromatic. And we'll put a little bit of our herbs in there. And we're going to season it with some salt. Not too much, a little, just lightly. So we want this to be on a low heat. And we're going to put our saffron. So this is our saffron. This is going to give it a nice, rich flavor and a very nice color. Sort of like an orange type of color, because the saffron has color to it. It's maybe probably similar to an annatto, but it has a lot of flavor. Annatto doesn't really have much flavor. Shut that off a little bit, let the heat work into it. And the saffron basically let go of its flavor and color. Probably put it really low, on the lowest level. So the plating part, plating version. So I have my plate. We're gonna get our crispy potatoes, put them on the bottom, make like a little bed. Put our filet here on top of our potatoes. Take our scallops, put them along the rim here. You can get any size scallops you like. I basically just got a 10-20 scallop. So this is gonna be, I think, a good portion since they're not too big of scallops. You don't want them to be too big. A little bit of butter. And we're going to put some of this blue cheese on top. Push it down on top of my steak. And we're going to put a touch of sauce on it so it starts melting over it. So I think we're ready for the sauce. It's thick enough. It has that color to it. It has the flavor we need and want. Over our scallops first. And just a touch over our steak. Take a little sprig here. Maybe garnish that. Here goes my dish for Valentine's Day. Some scallops and a surf and turf. Scallops and bacon wrapped filet mignon with crispy potatoes and roasted asparagus. I hope you like the recipe and you could try it out. Subscribe and like. Thank you.